Oh, so much power, holy shit. This might be a winner for me. Okay, round 2 with the Aston Martin Vantage, the new one. I was on the launch in Spain for this car, and as it turns out, when you're jet lagged in a country where the roads, you don't know anything, and it's all wet and semi-weird, you don't really know what a car is like. Now I'm on my roads, I'm on my turf. It turns out context is everything. I won't lie. When we pulled up and we have this lineup here at Cool Car Cup, I thought this was going to be one of the weaker choices. I have walked away from driving this car a bit thinking it's actually right up there at the pointy end. This thing is spectacular. 656 horsepower, still the same fundamentals. As the bonded aluminum chassis with a rear transaxle for great weight distribution, car has a physically good weight balance to it, which really helps a lot with handling, which I think is the standout thing with this car. It handles really good. I really like how it drives. I think some people would mistake it as unstable maybe, that it's turning a bit too much. I think for the discerning driver, it's really quite good. And it looks, yeah. Thanks, Lawrence Stroll, for spending a lot of money on Aston Martin. It turns out it was worthwhile. That steering calibration, I complained about in my initial review, still kind of there, not the best steering. At least it's quick, it responds well. But the chassis, the handling is actually stand out on this car. What this car does is it dances. I like the way it moves. It pivots around the center and it's always kind of yawing and moving. And on throttle, it will dance and it will come around. It'll let you slide and step out in a really benign way. It has this 9-stage traction control that you can go from stage 1, which is the most on, to stage 9, which is off. I have it around 6 or 7 and it's very fun and very manageable. It's a wheel slip percentage system, so it's quite nerdy, but basically it lets you pick how much drift you want, how much slip you want in the rear tires. I love that it's just good. There's no excuses to be made anymore for the Vantage. And it drives good to match, and it sounds good, and it makes me feel something when I'm mobbing this thing around a corner, and I like that it's always willing turns. I think what's crazy is this is meant to be a GT car. I'm driving this thing, it drives like a sports car. If anything, it reminds me a lot of my BRZ. In the way it responds, the way it turns, the way it does everything, it really feels like a little sports car. And it feels small and it shrinks. And it has this engine that just sounds so brutish. Oh. So much power, holy shit. Great brakes, great brake feel. They really focused in on that at the launch. They told us about the brake feel, very short, firm pedal that I really like. It makes it easy to parse out brake pressure and drive correctly. Gearbox is excellent, really responsive. It's just, overall, this is a great car. A great interior, great powertrain, really supremely good handling. This might be a winner for me.